Okay, welcome to a guide on how to make a very good HOI3 time-lapse. Now, different from the video on how to make time-lapses for HOI4, this will be a lot more complicated, but it will also be the way to make the best time-lapses you can, without any interference or anything really distracting. So of course you will need to get a recording program to record the game, such as OBS or Fraps or anything else. Search for one on the internet, see instructions for how to download and use the program. Once you have set that up, do the following. Go to your HOI3 folder, into events, and then you will have a file called political events. These are annoying events that do barely any effect on the game and will just be distracting and show up on the screen when you're recording. So you can safely get rid of that file. So instead of just removing it, which you can, and then verify the files to get it back, you can just set up a backup folder and move it over there. And now, if you have the Finest Hour expansion, you also need to go to the TFH folder, to that event folder, then you will see political events again, but also news event, which is these news articles: Trotsky got assassinated, the Hindenburg and whatever. So those will also be annoying and in the way when you're recording. So move those away as well, if you got the Finest Hour. Then you're done outside the game. Then you can close and open up the game. Then once you have entered the game, you can pick any country and click play. To remove the fog of war from the start, immediately when you start recording, instead of having to wait for it to disappear, you open up the console and write debug FOV, which turns off the fog of war, but as you can see, nothing has changed. So then you resign the game and go back to the main menu. And this is why it doesn't matter which country you pick, since you're gonna exit to the main menu again. But the next time you enter a game, the fog of war will be gone from the beginning. So now, pick a country that will be unaffected by the war, such as Cuba, or really any other non-important South American country. Click play. Change to political map mode, I guess you want to have. Then go into diplomacy, set to automate trade, so you won't get annoying trade buttons showing up. Go into production, raise consumer goods to max, to make sure you won't get any revolts or anything distracting you while you are recording. As an optional step, you can go into intelligence and raise active domestic spies to max, and set raise national unity to max, to make national unity go up, also to avoid rebels distracting your nation while you are recording. Then go into message settings and click all and make sure that this row here That's all red right now. This message type is not currently displayed as a pop-up. Turn them all off from green to red. Make sure they're all red down the entire screen. All of them are red. This row doesn't matter, and neither does this one. And also make sure they're all red on this first row. Also, that's for pop-up and pausing the game. You really don't want that one. These will be standard with the elections and so on, but make sure that's also turned off. And then, if you want this back to what it used to be, you can reset it to default, or you can make a copy of it within your documents folder and back it up. But anyway, this is to prevent pop-ups coming up on the screen, distracting and hiding the map while you are recording. So that's essential, especially if you're not at the computer all the time closing down pop-ups. And with this you don't have to. A feature that I would love to have in HOI3, but for some reason, well, you know. Anyway, once that's done, you're basically ready to start recording. Increase the game speed to max. You won't see how high it is, but click on it like 5 times on the plus sign. Move the camera into the position you want to record. Now with all this, you won't get any rebels distracting you, you won't get any events distracting you, especially if you picked, as long as you picked Cuba or any other non-significant country, because then you won't get any timeline events involving the great powers and so on, because Cuba is not a great power, it's a superpower. And you won't get any messages or pop-ups either. So you're ready to go. So, also make sure when you're recording you have the mouse in your recording program turned off, so it doesn't record the mouse. Anyway, move the mouse preferably down to the minimap over here, so it doesn't leave it on the screen, so that you will see the tooltip. That can be annoying. Like that. Then press space to start the game clock. But before you do this, make sure you are recording, that the recording is working properly, so you don't waste time or miss any good moments. You don't want to do that. So make sure the recording program is recording and that it works before you start the game clock. And once you've done that and it is recording, you press space and the game will begin. And once you're done, well, you don't even need to hit space. You can just escape, quit, OK, and you're done. End the recording program, and you got the file. Edit it, speed up the footage, and you got yourself a time lapse. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. That's how everyone should do it if they can bother to do it, because it makes them really high quality, better quality than in HOI3 would like to say. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you will have some use of this.